I tried flying and I didn't have any wings on.
Oh.
It wasn't the fall that hurt. It was the sudden stop at the bottom.
Yeah. Where's your accent from? Did you ever tell me this?
Where am I from? I'm a Southern boy, born and raised in the South.
The accent, though, doesn't sound Southern. What does it sound?
Southern Ontario.
Oh, Southern Ontario. Okay. All right. Well, that explains it.
Oh, boy.
I guess.
But you know, I was born and raised in Canada. But my grandfather was Benjamin Franklin Olan IV.
Is there a connection to Benjamin Franklin?
It's his great-great-grandfather and Ben Franklin were married to sisters.
Wow.
Oh, really? And
So that almost makes me a Yankee.
So, you know, there's an interesting thing there. Lightning can strike an antenna.
Well, listen, I've had 12 antennas in the villages struck by lightning in the last year.
Really?
But not one of them has hurt the antenna, has hurt the television set, or hurt the house.
How high do they typically have to go?
20 feet.
That's not too bad.
So it's just above the roof of the house, but they make the greatest lightning rod. but we put it in the ground
Is
from
that
the
your
ground
face
up,
on your shirt? Is that your
so
face?
that it's grounded into the ground.
On your shirt, is that your face?
Pardon?
Your logo
On your shirt, is that your face?
Well, when we were set up at the Market of Marion, the guy across the aisle from us did caricatures of different people.
Oh, okay.
So he made the caricature of me, and then the guy that's set up right next to us had an embroidery machine, and he put that into the computer.
Oh, that is so cool.
And then embroidered it onto my shirts.
Wow.
Oh, how cool.
Jim, you need one of these.
They had a lot of time on their hands. What do you want to hear?
I know what it's like. We have rented a booth at the Market of Marion before too.
Yes.
It comes in spurts. You got a lot of people, then you have nobody, right? A lot of people. So are you still down there? Are you still at the Market of Marion?
I haven't been there since the 1st of June.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Of course, the month of June I spent in the hospital.
Oh, so sorry to hear that. You're
Yeah.
okay now, though.
That was just
It
trying
was
to
a good
fly.
vacation. I feel better now than I have in 5 years.
Well, you look really happy. I mean, I love your smile. All right, so you brought 2 boxes, and I know Jim's been working with our friend Doug. Am I guessing right? This is for him?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, this big one here is the one for Doug.
How much do they cost?
All right, this one here, I'm selling this one for $80, and this one is $100.
$100. Okay.
But this one is omnidirectional. It picks up all 360 degrees all the way around. But you can see it on the picture on this one. It's got 2 wings out that pick up your VHF channels, the channels 2 to 13. Even though it is omnidirectional on your UHF channels from 14 to 68.
Do we still have that?
So-
UHF?
so
Or- I thought that VHF
this-
stuff was gone.
This one is more directional for the lower channels. But with this antenna, I point it towards Orlando, and I'm picking up all of the Orlando channels as well as Melbourne, Cocoa Beach, and I'm picking up Tampa, picking up Daytona Beach, I'm picking up Ocala and Gainesville.
And that one looks like a space station or something. I'm just trying to describe
Yes.
for the
Well,
listeners. You can hold it up. The camera's working right now, so
All right.
if just
This-
kind of.
well, let's do.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one right there.
Yeah.
It looks like a space station. And the other one, which looks like a radar or something.
Yeah.
Well, this one, because these flaps up and down are reflectors that reflect the signal onto the pickup. But it is more directional, but it's a lot stronger antenna than this one in that it will get through trees and obstructions
Oh,
Oh, that's what
better
Oh.
than this one will.
that's what we need to get for
You
Doug.
see, the
Yeah.
pickup on this one is much larger and will pick up a stronger signal.
All right, now, I don't know who wants to answer this. This might be a Jim question. When Ken was saying VHF, is that still around, or are we just referring to those
Oh,
channels?
yes. The VHF and the UHF is still around, and it has been up since the beginning. Well,
Really?
Originally it was VHF,
Right.
but then they switched over to UHF later on, so that the UHF is at a different frequency, so that the VHF channels have always been there from 2 to 13.
Well, the numbers are still there, but
Right.
I'm confused. Is it?
But it's just a difference in the frequency of the signal. Now, the big change was when they changed from to the digital from the old analog. The old analog had a wavelength up to 6 feet wide, and it went through the air very slowly. Whereas with the new digital signal, it is only 9 inches wide, and it goes through the air very quickly. So the reason being that now they can take one channel, for example.
Right.
Channel 2, you can have more than one channel coming in on the same channel. So you have 2-1, 2-2.
And this antenna can get all of that?
Pardon?
This antenna can get all of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you can get channel 2 dash whatever or 2.1 or 2.
It'll 2-1, 2-2.
Really?
When you get up to 55, channel 55 is 55-1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Really? Gosh, I don't even know what those channels have on them.
But you can. All right. For example, I have this antenna
Right.
up at home,
Okay.
and I live 15 miles north of Ocala in the Ocala National Forest.
Okay.
And I have this one up 42 feet from the ground up. So I'm up above the trees. But I have got as many as 102 channels.
Wow. So you don't pay any cable at all?
I don't pay anything at all.
And Jim is in the cable TV business. So
Well-
are we going to be taking money out of his pocket?
No, you're going to be enhancing it.
No, because Jim and I will work together because there are people that can't afford to pay the cable bill.
Well, and this is our friend Doug's circumstance. He used to live directly next door to me, and Jim knows this whole story. I won't bore you with a long version. It's a very short version. So he would use the Wi-Fi from my cable, from my internet.
Right.
Well, his house was damaged. He had to move about a block away. Now he can't tap into my Wi-Fi anymore, and he's a special needs person, and he has state workers who help him, and they said to him, you only have enough money for one, either TV or internet. Which would you prefer? He said internet. Okay, so they're going to pay for internet. They never had to pay for it before because I was providing it. But now he won't have TV, and he loves TV. Come on, he's got nothing. I mean, the poor guy's got, he's got nothing. He's never going to, he's
But
he's
if you have
special needs.
if you have internet, if you have the internet, then you can, if you have enough internet speed, and you have to have a minimum of 10 megabytes of speed in order to stream off of the internet onto your television set. So you can get all of the cable channels.
So he could still do that anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need an antenna. You can do that.
So we really don't need the antenna then.
Well, it's not conventional. So, you and I are used to changing channels from 2 to 3 to 4.
Right.
All right, with internet, you might go to WOGX.
Oh, I see what
and
you're
you
saying.
watch it, and then you close it down, and you might go to WAXT,
Okay.
and then you
so you
close
can't
it.
just change channels.
No. And so what this device allows you is just to be conventional TV. You just go to channel 2, get 2.1, 2.2. You go to channel 4, 6, all of them.
Let me.
But what you don't get with the antenna, you can get pretty well all of them off of the internet.
Off of the internet. Wow.
But you can also get off of the internet, you can get near Netflix for movies.
Right, right.
Let's face it, with Netflix, you can get 6,000 movies. I ain't going to live long enough to watch 6,000 movies.
And you wouldn't have a life if you tried. How about that?
You'd be home all day watching.
You wouldn't
TV.
have a life if you tried to watch that many movies. Good morning. How you doing? All right, let me take a phone call, and then we'll go to our break. And phone calls are invited. This is fascinating. I think a lot of people would prefer this than that $60, $90, $100 a month payment for
right.
for cable.
Yes.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Hey.
Say, with an airline frequency, could that be broken into by a terrorist and, direct a plane to a bad altitude or a place where you shouldn't be landing or something like that?
That's more sophisticated than I can answer.
Yes.
Why do they always have you turn off your electrical stuff when you're on a plane when they're taking off and landing?
Oh, that's just internal inside the plane because they communicate. There are no longer any wires that go back to the rudders and go back to everything is wireless. When the pilot even does the throttle, that just sends a signal to the engine and says, give me more speed. Everything is wireless.
Wow.
There are no more wires. Now I take that back. There are thousands of wires, but they're not used for everything that we would think they used to be used for.
Yeah, well, just about everything on a plane is hydraulic, but I imagine a wire has to start that off,
Yes. So no.
Anyways, with aircraft, if you've got a certain radio, you can tune into them and hear them talking, right?
Yes.
But yet you couldn't send a message to them.
No.
Okay, well, I feel
That's
safer.
against
I'm
the
going to be
rule.
fine in a couple of weeks. I'll feel safer now.
Yeah, those FAA frequencies are restricted. If you were on that channel, they would find you. And they'll find you quick.
Mean, it's looking for me, or it's finding me money-wise?
Both. They would come. Yeah, it's against the law to be
right.
on certain frequencies.
All right, I'll be a good boy. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident on this Friday. Partly sunny with a thunderstorm around mainly during the afternoon hours over the interior. The high 91 to 95. There'll be a thunderstorm around this evening, then partly cloudy overnight, low 74 to 78. For Saturday, sunshine mixing with clouds, an afternoon and evening thunderstorm in the area, the high 90 to 94. For Sunday, partly sunny with a thunderstorm around mainly during the afternoon hours over the interior, the high 90 to 94. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Wow, man, you have a computer?
Yes, and I'm looking at villages1.com. They have a ton of information for the Villages resident.
Wow, they have information by the ton? I only need a couple ounces, man.
Movies, schedule, doctors, local attractions, even a section called Who You Gonna Call for plumbers and painters and stuff like that. These guys own cyberspace.
Wow, man, they own it? What's cyberspace?
That's where they packaged 50,000 pages of information for the Village residents.
Wow, they package it where?
Villages1.com.
Where, man?
Villages1.com.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
All right, 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. All right, when we were kids, this is the only way we saw TV was through antennas. And gosh, we ran the gamut. If you grew up near a big city, you had everything because you just had to aim it in that direction. And most of the antennas were in the same place, right?
Right.
But when you lived in the country, like we moved to Rainbow Lakes Estates when I was a kid, and my gosh, you had to go out there and turn that antenna, and my dad would say, "Okay, that's good, that's good."
Right.
Yeah.
It's different today with the old analog. You could turn the antenna and tune it in, but you don't do that now with the digital, because now you have to turn it to a given area, point it in a certain direction, and then you have to do a channel scan in order to find the channels that it'll bring in. But it's not going to bring them in until you do a channel scan.
So here's a question based on what you just said. Do you have to do a channel scan every time you turn the antenna?
Yes.
Okay. So that.
So you
so it's
see,
just-
with this antenna here,
Uh-huh.
when I set this antenna up, regardless of where I set it up, I point it and get it tweaked in so that it's getting the optimum channels.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say that I get it turned it and I get 71 channels. Leave it there.
Just
Because if you turn the antenna, you're only going to get duplicate channels.
okay. Okay.
So if you turn it towards Tampa, for example, you'll pick up the ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, and PBS out of Tampa. But if you leave it towards Orlando, then you're getting those same channels, but that are coming out of Orlando instead of Tampa.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Well, these are good. So where? I mean, you took the time to come in here. We got to let people know how to get these. How do you get them?
Yeah, you're no longer at Marion, so how do they contact you? How do people know that you're out there?
60% of my sales are referrals from other people that have the
So
antenna.
we call Jim. Did we call Jim?
I got a phone call yesterday from northern Minnesota.
Wow.
The lady wants me to ship her an antenna because a friend of hers that lives in the villages
Oh, really? Wow.
called her and told her about how good her antenna was. And this lady wants me to ship her an
And
antenna.
she'll be able to get channel 2?
Well, I don't know what she's going to get up there,
teasing, I'm teasing.
but you know, she's not going to be able to pick up Orlando.
I'm just teasing.
Definitely.
I'm just teasing.
But whatever is up there, she would be able to get anything within 75 miles.
Tell me about the quality of the product. How long does it last?
I've had one of these antennas up for 5 years, and it works as well now as it did 5 years ago.
Do they have a power supply?
It does have a power supply, and it has an amplifier. There's a preamp in the antenna, and then the preamp sends the signal down through the coax cable to the amplifier, which is by your television set. The cable goes from the amplifier to the television set. Now, if you have more than one television set, then we use a splitter the same way as the cable or satellite company does, but we use a special splitter that has no resistance in it. If you put resistance in between the preamp and the amplifier, it cuts the signal off.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense.
And also, on this one, it has a rotor on it. The control for the rotor is the same
Really?
power control as the amplifier.
Oh, so you don't have to go outside and...
Right. All you
Okay.
do is push the button on top of the amplifier, and it will turn the antenna. Or you can sit in your lazy boy chair with the remote control and push the button, and it'll turn the antenna.
Oh, that's amazing.
However, you can't tell what direction that the antenna is pointed until you go out and physically take a look at the antenna. So I do it the old-fashioned way. I go out, grab a hold of the pole, and I turn the antenna.
It makes sense.
But
That's the way would do it.
I haven't turned mine in a year
Oh, really?
because I've
Yeah,
got
once you align
pointed.
it, you're okay.
Well, once you find the challenge you
got it.
like, I mean, I'm not. Some people really, really look at all the channels. I've never been that guy. You know, I watch. I think I was an NBC fan more than anything. I used to like the Tonight Show, and
Well-
I didn't watch a whole lot.
If I'm getting 100 channels, let's say I get 100 channels, and I don't get them all the time, but say if I get 100 channels, then I'm going to have at least 20 of them that are either Spanish or religion. Now, most of the religion,
You get a church.
some I like and some I don't.
Okay, right, yeah.
So I have my choice of what I can watch.
Yeah.
I can go into my remote control for the television set, and I can erase any of the ones that I don't want to watch. Or
Oh, okay, okay.
I can do another channel scan and watch what I want. But I know which ones are my favorite. One of my favorites is called Grit, which is on 27-4.
Uh-huh.
And that is a lot of action and Western movies.
No,
It's movies,
The
24/7.
name Grit. Yeah, do you have Grit on your cable?
We do.
You do. Okay.
Wow.
So anyway, that's one of my favorites. And of course, 8 o'clock at night, you've got Walker, Texas Ranger comes on for 2 hours. And I don't care how many times I've seen the same movie.
Yeah.
I like to watch it again.
Okay.
But
That's a movie, Walker, Texas Ranger?
yeah,
That's a
well,
movie?
it's a
Chuck Norris.
it's a
Do you know how it ends?
Oh, a TV series.
well, I know how every one of them ends now because I've seen them. But but the thing is that we have 4 movie channels that are nothing but movies 24/7. We've got channel 18-2 is THIS. We've got 27-4, which is Grit. We've got 43-2, which comes out of Melbourne, and that is called GAT. And then you got 51-2, which is called the Movie Channel. So there's 4 movie channels that, if nothing else, you can always watch a movie.
Wow, Doug will like
One
that.
of the good parts I like about our system, which uses individual antennas, is we can, of course, aim it for where we want it. But we use Ken's to locate that. We know where's it at.
Oh, really?
But we carry, with this antenna, you can turn it to Gainesville, for instance, and it's a local weather channel 24 hours a day with radar. So we actually put that on a channel. So the residents at Ocala Palms can
See,
turn
that's
their-
a really good feature.
Nice.
And then about every 10 minutes, it switches over to the cameras that are in Gainesville, showing you the traffic. And you're seeing as if you were on the intersection of Sand Lake Boulevard or whatever. It shows you right there. And you get to see the traffic.
Oh, really?
Very interesting.
Oh, wow.
And it doesn't stay long, just a couple of minutes to give you an idea.
We only have 1 minute left, so let's give out information. Jim, first with you, if somebody needs to have any questions answered or maybe get their computer tweaked or
Certainly,
fixed.
they can just reach me at 854-9795.
And by the way, I sent my doctor your wife's phone number.
Good.
Because your wife raises dogs, just for the listeners, and my doctors want to learn how to raise dogs.
Perfect.
But
My
hers
wife
are,
can tell her everything she ever wanted to know.
hers are like 5 pounds, a little tiny dogs.
yeah.
Little tiny
A
dogs.
lot of hair.
And Ken, thank you so much for coming in. I always enjoy chatting with you. Give out your information.
All right. Of course, I'm Ken's Antennas, and my phone number is area code 352-286-6475.
Okay, and we will make sure that information is included with the video.
Anybody that buys an antenna from me, I want as a friend. If you're a friend of mine and you like what you've got, you tell everybody else.
That's right.
And if you're a friend of mine and you're not happy with what you got, you tell me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I like the shirt. That's cool.
That is cool.
We should get that, Robin. Have your face on you, my face on me.
We should. Let's do
Jim, Jim George, thank you as always for doing this show, and
problem.
thank you for bringing in this wonderful guest, Ken Olan from Ken's Antennas. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
And Jim, we'll be right back.